we go. Fabrizio Romano, the man who defines done deals in world football, has just confirmed it. Andrey Tielemans to Manchester United. The €41 million release clause has been activated. Verbal agreement reached with the Belgian international. It is happening. And in the same breath, Andrey Santos is done. 2 signings confirmed in one burst, and while those arrive, Mason Greenwood's United chapter ends permanently. Fenerbahce and Marseille are completing his deal. United get over £10 million from the sell-on clause. Oh, Outgram, and a new Brazilian midfielder has entered the race. This is the biggest transfer day of United's summer, and we are covering every single detail right now. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. Breaking news day. The biggest one yet. Subscribe and hit the bell. We are going straight in. No time to waste. Let's start with the headline that has sent United's fan base into absolute raptures. Fabrizio Romano confirmed. David Ornstein confirmed. The Athletic confirmed. 3 of the most authoritative sources in football journalism all saying the same thing simultaneously. Andrey Tielemans to Manchester United is here we go. United have activated the €41 million release clause, approximately £35 million, written into Tielemans' Aston Villa contract. A verbal agreement has also been reached with the Belgian midfielder himself. Aston Villa, knowing the release clause has been triggered, have already begun accelerating their own plan and are moving for Johan Manzambi as Tielemans' expected replacement. When 3 elite sources confirm simultaneously and the selling club is already securing a replacement, this is not a story developing. This is a deal done. Tielemans is a Manchester United player. The announcement follows as a formality. Let's talk about who United are getting, because Andrey Tielemans is an elite signing and deserves a proper introduction. He is 28 years old, Belgian international. The second confirmed signing in today's extraordinary update, and another one that has been building across multiple episodes of this series. Fabrizio Romano confirms Andrey Santos is done. We first covered Santos when The Guardian reported United's interest. David Ornstein then confirmed initial checks. Ty Marshall of the Manchester Evening News confirmed United actively wanted to sign him. And now Romano provides the completion. Santos is joining Manchester United. We have covered his profile extensively, but let's bring it together. Santos is 21 years old. Brazilian, he has been at Chelsea since joining from Vasco da Gama, the same club that Ryan came from, interestingly, and has been developing within Chelsea's system as one of the most technically gifted young central midfielders in the Premier League. The honest assessment we gave throughout this series remains valid. Santos is not the Casemiro replacement. He is not the defensive anchor. He is something different and complementary. A technically excellent creative midfielder who can operate in multiple positions across the centre of the pitch. At 21, his ceiling is genuinely undefined. The foundations are elite. The development trajectory has been consistent, and at United, with Champions League football and Carrick's coaching environment, the next stage of his growth could be extraordinary. United now have, in the space of days after the Ederson collapse, 2 confirmed central midfield signings. Tielemans brings experience, composure and technical quality. Santos brings youth, creativity and an extraordinary ceiling. That is a very different kind of double signing to what was originally planned. Ederson was one player filling one role. Tielemans and Santos together fill the creative and progressive midfield need from 2 different angles across 2 different age profiles and 2 different developmental stages. This is better than what United had. I am increasingly convinced of that. Away from the incoming business, a significant outgoing update that closes one of the most complex and sensitive chapters in recent United history. Fabrizio Romano reports that Manchester United have informed Olympique Marseille that they will not be triggering the buyback clause for Mason Greenwood. Fenerbahce and Marseille are now progressing toward a formal agreement for Greenwood's next move, with travel to Istanbul being arranged. United will receive over £10 million from a sell-on clause. So despite not exercising the buyback, the club continues to benefit financially from his future sale. Let's keep this section focused and professional. Greenwood has been away from United since January 2022. He joined Marseille on loan and then permanently performing at a good level in League One. His career has continued to develop away from Old Trafford. United's decision not to activate the buyback is the right call for both parties. Greenwood has rebuilt his career in France. A return to United would have created complications on and off the pitch that neither club needs in a season focused on Champions League competition, allowing the next chapter, wherever it takes him, to unfold away from Old Trafford is the clean resolution. The £10 million plus sell-on clause provides United with a financial benefit. It effectively means they are receiving additional funds. Funds that can be applied to the ongoing transfer activity from a player who left years ago. That is money in the bank. And in a window where every pound counts, it is not unwelcome. And now, one more name entering the conversation, this time from Brazil. Arsenal and Manchester United both remain interested in Botafogo midfielder Danilo Santos. Both clubs have already held talks over the 24-year-old Brazilian. Botafogo had hoped to secure around 40 million euros for him, but his limited role at the World Cup tournament could lower that asking price. A different Danilo Santos to Andrey Santos, same surname, completely different player. Danilo Santos is a defensive-minded Brazilian midfielder at Botafogo who has been one of the better players in Serie A Brasileira over the past couple of seasons. The key context, the World Cup did not go as hoped in terms of showcasing his abilities. Limited tournament involvement means his market value has not been boosted by a breakthrough performance on the global stage, which was the expected outcome when Botafogo set their €40 million valuation. That creates a potential opportunity. A player priced at €40 million before the tournament may now be available for significantly less, because the leverage the World Cup was supposed to provide did not materialise. United's interest here is interesting given the Andrey Santos confirmation. Are they looking at both as separate acquisitions serving different roles? Danilo Santos is more defensive in profile, closer to the Casemiro archetype than the creative Andrey Santos, which could make him complement the Tielemans/Santos midfield rather than duplicate it. At a reduced fee, with Arsenal also interested and driving some competitive urgency, this one is worth monitoring. But it feels like an exploratory story rather than an imminent deal, given that two midfield signings have just been confirmed today. Let's step back and properly assess what United's midfield looks like after the most dramatic single day of the entire summer. Signed Yuri Tielemans, technical, experienced, complete central midfielder, age 28, Champions League experience. Release clause activated, done. Signed Andrey Santos. Creative, technical, high-ceiling Brazilian, age 21. Chelsea pedigree, done. Still pursuing Manu Kone. €50 million offer being readied for Roma. Dynamic, progressive, system fit, confirmed, imminent. Fresh contact made, Juan Gomez, defensive midfielder at Wolves. The Casemiro replacement profile. Atletico Madrid talks broke down and opened a window for United. Still available. Baleba personal terms agreed, but deal cold. Tchouaméni, United willing to pay, but Real Madrid stance unclear. Suddenly, and this was not how this summer was supposed to look 6 weeks ago, United have the foundations of a genuinely extraordinary midfield group. Youth, experience, creativity, defensive intelligence, progressiveness, technical quality, multiple profiles, multiple age groups, a group capable of rotating across 50 plus games without a significant drop in quality. The Ederson collapse, painful as it was, redirected United toward a more balanced and arguably superior collection of midfield players than the original single box-to-box plan provided. 4 stories today. Here is the definitive summary. Tielemans, done. Here we go. Confirmed by Romano, Ornstein and The Athletic simultaneously. Release clause activated. Verbal agreement reached. The signing United fans have been waiting for all summer has arrived from an unexpected direction at an extraordinary price. Welcome to Old Trafford. Confidence, 10 out of 10. It is confirmed. Andrey Santos, done. Romano confirmed, a 21-year-old Brazilian with an elite ceiling joining to complement the experience of Tielemans. United have executed a double signing in a single day that covers both the present and the future of the midfield. Confidence, 10 out of 10 confirmed. Greenwood to Fenerbahce. The right decision from all sides. United get over £10 million from the sell-on clause. Greenwood gets a fresh chapter. Fenerbahce and Marseille progress the deal. Clean conclusion to a complicated story. Danilo Santos. Interesting if the price drops post-World Cup and the profile complements what United already have. Not imminent, not a priority given today's confirmed business, but worth monitoring the summer as a whole. United have now signed Tielemans, Santos, Tielemans, and with Kone and Gomez still being pursued, the possibility exists of 4 central midfield additions in a single window after the most difficult start to a transfer window in recent memory. Ederson's medical failure, Fernandes lost, Anderson gone, Tonali elsewhere. United have responded with speed, intelligence and quality. The window is not over. Somerville or Leo for the left wing, Kone and Gomez still to be confirmed. A striker situation still to be resolved. But the foundations have been laid today in a way that will make United fans feel genuinely excited about the season ahead. Yuri Tielemans, Andrey Santos, 2 signings, 1 day after the worst week of the summer. That is what resilient, intelligent recruitment looks like. As always, let me know in the comments. How excited are you about Tielemans, and does the Santos signing excite you as much as the Tielemans one? Drop everything below, like the video if this was the update you needed, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next one.